I mean, come on, man. Can't you perform on demand? Come on.
Yeah.
Nope.
Go for it.
Oh no. I'm just gonna break out this. Oh, I thought I was supposed to put the whole intro on there.
Did you know that King Arthur was not the guy who came up with the round table? It was one of his knights that came up with it. You heard about this?
Nope.
It was
This one,
circumference.
okay. I'm curious on this one.
Circumference.
Circumference.
That's all I got. Thank you.
It's like the name Lance didn't used to be so common. The name Lance wasn't that common, but in medieval times, people were named Lance a lot. And for the record, because I read the comments, I have actually seen the movie Enemy Mine. It is a fantastic movie with Louis Gossett Jr. and Quaid, and I highly recommend that for any good science fiction fan. But we aren't here to talk about that. We are here to talk about toys. This is like my intro in my YouTube channel, because I don't have a box to annoy Sony with.
Toys? I don't even like toys.
I know. Well, welcome everybody. It is Thursday. It is figure action time. I am Trustarscreamer. With me are two people with a whole lot more class, whose coattails I like to ride on. Mr. TM Reviews himself, Mr. T-Man 978, and most importantly, if you want the greatest G.I. Joe reviews, if you want the best breakdowns of G.I. Joe characters, we have today. If you have not checked it out, wait for it, Junkie on Crafts, right here. This man, right there, is the best G.I. Joe reviewer that you have not watched yet. I'll tell you that right now.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Hurry up and watch.
No,
He hasn't put anything out in a while, so who cares?
I don't get. Watch his reviews. He does a. You see the character in the cartoon. He does a great breakdown. I do not. You do not.
Turn that off.
Sorry.
That's not me.
There you go.
Wait, am I? Oh shit!
Mike.
That's my.
It was me.
For my only page. I gotta do a video later. No. All right, guys. Believe it or not, we are now actually playing with a full deck.
Yeah, let's
And
Are we?
again, we appreciate every one of you over here in our chat. Well, maybe not this guy, but you know, he's a jerk. We got Mariano. We got TM. I mean, we got some great people in the chat. We got TM Reviews in the chat. We got Mike Rogers in the chat. I mean, it's great. What more can we ask for? Are you trying to mute me?
No.
So let's go ahead and get this show rolling. Let's start off with Mr. TM Reviews himself. Sony, how are you? What have you gotten? And I swear this Mountain Dew is gonna calm me down eventually.
I'm doing good. I went hunting today and I randomly got a lot of stuff, more action figures than I ever get normally. So I got this guy, Shenlong Gundam. One of the cool things about him is his arm has this extra little, I don't know if I can get it big enough on the screen, but it's got this extra little articulation. His whole arm pulls out because it's got a dragon head on it. So it's like that.
You
It's
are
pretty cool.
Before you do any of these reviews, you need to call me or talk to me.
I don't know this character at all.
I do.
I also
Just saying.
hung for this, which is expensive. It's the price has gone from 25 to 40, so this is like deluxe, whatever.
Wait, you didn't buy that on clearance?
I did not buy on clearance. It just came out. I paid the regular.
Why? It was like on clearance like not too long ago.
This? It just came out.
Yeah. I thought it for cheaper than regular price at one point.
Aw. Well, I paid full price.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because I want to see if it's worth the deluxe price.
No.
This is a totally random purchase, but I found these and I wanted these. And someone was like, oh, they're at Target. And I went and it was there. But Wheeljack. I like Wheeljack. So last night I got into like a rabbit hole and I started looking at these and like what Transformers characters have actual vehicles in the Hot Wheels line. And then I found this new thing called Kyosho. Kyosho? Kyosho. And they make these really accurate vehicles, but they make everything. So there's a Sideswipe and a Jazz and everything you can think of. So
yeah, Lazy Eyebrow has a bunch of those.
it's a slippery slope. Well,
Are you about to start tracking down classic alternator figures?
alternators? I used to have the whole thing.
So did
I
I.
think T did too.
If you get
So
an
did I.
Impreza, that would be cool.
Got this randomly. But this is for Partsformer, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday to Matt.
Yeah.
And I got it for review, but I'm going to send it to him because he likes it. That's a little green and black dragon. It transforms from this little dice. It's really cool, actually. That review should be up soon. I got a lot of stuff. Jeez. I got this also from Matt. So it's a long story, but I had sold mine. So Matt was kind enough to send it to New Supply for fitment. So New Supply made a whole bunch of accessories for it. All these little parts. So I got a review coming for this, and then it's going to Matt after that. But thanks to Matt. Then I randomly picked this up too, which will probably be a giveaway. But Core Class Rumble. I think that's it. I got a lot of stuff.
So nice.
But yeah.
You definitely need to talk to me about those Gundams before you review them.
I will.
Especially
yeah,
the red
Suzabi
one.
especially because
That's
it's the first
huge
deluxe.
in Gundam fiction. It was like the main guy for the first major Gundam series is a guy named Char Ansible, and in the final movie called Char's Counterattack, that was his badass suit. It's got,
Like I've never. So people are saying it's not new. I've never seen it on the shelf anyway.
yeah, that's been out for a while, and
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it to go on clearance down here.
Okay. Well,
that's why I was saying it on clearance.
it's the current wave, right? 18,
Yes,
19.
it is the current wave.
Anyway, that's all I got.
So. All right, let's go to Mr. T-Man himself, 978. Because we're gonna click on your screen. We're gonna click your videos later. Oh, wrong click.
Hi everybody. I'm alright. I got finally the Yellow Beast Morphers Ranger, who is better than oh my god. That was supposed to be a laugh at first, and then it turned into a cough. She's better than the original releases, unfortunately. Except the neck articulation. I finally got a female Valaverse figure, Pandora, who actually made it to Elkridge, Maryland Sunday with Kill Switch, but she was delivered Monday, and Kill Switch is like still in Elkridge somewhere. Like, I don't know where the hell she is. And since this is the week of female figures, I guess I also got Minerva and Spiral, who I just put up the review for Spiral today. So if Kill Switch would have shown up, that would have been 5 female figures all at once in 1 week. But well, outside of that, I don't think I showed these. I did get 2 of the Diclers as well. I got the Owl Bear, and I forgot what his name is, the Red Dragon.
You're a bad influence.
Yeah, the Red Dragon is cool, and the Owl Bear not so much. But that's that. How are you doing, Michael Rogers?
Well, I'm doing actually very well. So this week, between work and I said trying to get things done, I didn't get any Transformer stuff, but action figure wise, there's a plethora. So I got this guy today, Hawkeye, on clearance. So, yay. Let's see. Found J. Jonah Jameson for free. Well, not for free. Good lord. I wish. But he was like $12 on base. Let's see.
Your volume went up.
Dude, you're mute.
Sorry.
You're muted.
Now I'm unmuted. So let's see. To counter your clean one, I got the Bloody Pandora. So I just opened her up today. She's really nice. Let's see. What else? This guy arrived today from eBay. So it's a Swarm. It's their high-tech army builder.
So are the names of those Valaverses made up, or are they original characters from Action Force?
They are all original characters. The action. Well, let me take that back. There's one character called Desert Rat, which is an homage to the original Action Force. The name Action Force was like the UK version of GI Joe.
Right.
But all the other ones are actual original characters. There's another one, Duster, that's based on another real life person. And then
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, there's 2 versions of him out, but all the other ones are original. Yes. And this has been the week of kit bashing. So, quick story: I was on eBay and was looking for one of these figure for cheap, and the guy was actually up in Perry Hall, which is about 20 minutes away from the house here. So I met up with him and found out that he works kind of at the same location I'm at, and he is big into customizing. So I was picking up some stuff from him, and so I got my Warmonger Tony Stark.
You made a friend.
I made a friend. And I was playing around with some painting, so I started making a customized Outback, but I got him a little too close to the heat gun and melted his arm, and I couldn't get back on, so I tried the screw trick, and I wasn't paying attention, and so I screwed it up. So he's now fodder to play around with paints and whatnot. So,
dude,
that's kind of
no. I got the character.
What?
He needs to be Def Leppard.
Anyway,
Come on.
That's been my week. So how about you, Dave?
I am doing well. Sorry, did I, that figure just kind of disarmed me with thought. My week it was pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I've been making it through. Work's kind of, I'm kind of coasting through. Did get some fun stuff. Oh, where to start? To work with the evil Hasbro Corporation. Probably I did actually do a review for Avalanche. I got him last week, but that's up. I did get a long shot in, which I actually have been very eager for this character. I got the suited Wolverine, which I forgot to cancel because I'm probably not getting those 3-packs unless the prices drop down on them. But I mean, it's a cool buck and all, but I think I already have those face sculpts. And I actually found Tarn. I am very, very excited for this one, actually. Of all the Transformer stuff I've gotten in a while, I think this is probably the one that's got me the most excited.
You were supposed to announce that loudly and proudly in the group.
Right.
That's true.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. T-Man said if anyone's found it, we're going to be screaming from the rooftops. Move on.
What
Carry on.
incarnation did I find here? You know what? He must have put that in the group while I was at work.
That's possible.
Because I'm at work a lot.
People
Hitting some of the side brands, I actually found the Shaman Predator. I've been very excited for this one. So this looks absolutely badass. I love this skull axe right here. This is that's metal. That is just one of the most metal weapons I've ever seen. And today, I stopped by a comic book shop on a whim, and I found the Universal Monsters Dracula. And this is I've been incredibly excited for this. They actually had him on display in a glass case there with the other Universal Monsters, and they look so good together. So, I mean, the presentation on these Universal Monster figures are absolutely impeccable. I mean, the fact they've got the classic movie poster on there, and it's just. If you ever go on Instagram, I've got some of the pictures of the other figures on here, and so I'm actually excited, and this might be. I got so many things backlogged on reviews. This guy might get fast tracked to the front of the review line. So that is my crazy stuff. And what I see here, Tarn is an IDW original character. So he's not
right,
like created just for this line.
But the mold's new, right?
Yes. The Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man is okay. That kind of sucks that yours got canceled. But I mean, I have a review for him if you want to see what he's like. Yes, I figured out they're talking about the mold. Yes, he's an original mold. Sorry.
Yep.
And that is by NECA, not Super 7. I do not have any Super 7 figures in my collection. They're just not my aesthetic, personally.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got a whole pile of Super 7 Thundercats to look at thanks to G Tony.
Oh, cool.
Like 2 boxes of Thundercats to look at.
Oh,
and this. Sorry.
well, no problem. I'm just trying to get to the topics right now. So we do got some cool stuff. This has actually been there has been definitely some news this week. Let me get things going on here. Start this off. We got news and all that jazz because I'm a master of the segue. Share screen here.
I'm excited to look at the thing in the thumbnail.
I am very excited for that, actually. Okay.
Jake is on,
They had some out
Roasting me.
Yeah, he's roasting all of us.
So here we go.
I like it.
We have been dreaming about this, I think, all of us since 1983.
That's Buster Jazz.
I mean, this is the Transformers I've been waiting for, what I've missed in Transformers. Because we've got something here. There we go. I mean, look at this
I'm
bot mode.
amazed. Yeah, I'm amazed that the bot mode looks like that, and then the vehicle mode looks totally different. It's so close.
I mean, he's a shell former, but this is shell forming done right.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I find it's interesting. The Buzzworthy line was originally, supposed to be just repaints and all, that they're doing these originals. With the
Well, that
last with
Bumblebee, the Origin Bumblebee was also in the Buzzworthy line. So it kind of makes
right.
sense.
That's what I'm saying. So this is.
They look cool.
I mean, the size is great.
This is going to be one that you
I
can't find anywhere. It's not going to be anywhere. It's going to be sold out.
It's supposed to have been up for pre-order. I never saw a link.
Oh, really?
Do we know how much? Did they say how much he's going to be?
Deluxe class, $25.
Yeah.
I'll go check.
Well, he looks more.
$24.99.
He looks more his value than the Bumblebee was. I mean, the Bumblebee, I could not pull the trigger when he first came out. This one, I probably will get right off the bat.
$24.99.
Yeah.
It's not up yet.
No,
I won't even be thinking I will be buying it.
They're saying a possible release in April.
I mean, I'm looking at here. I mean, I love the sculpted lines in here. I mean, my Gundam pen is definitely going to be panel lining this guy. So, yeah, here we go. Confirmed.
Yeah,
They actually gave him an accessory he didn't even need. The grapple hook, grapple thingy.
Right.
But it doesn't even have a grapple.
We can give that to the other Jazz.
If it'll fit.
So, that's can't see why not. It's a 5mm peg. So,
gotta have a gun.
what else we got? And then we've got more G1 goodness.
Yes.
Snarl is finally out.
Yay.
Yes.
I mean, I am definitely happy. I was almost afraid that they wouldn't go, all the way with the Dinobots.
No, it was impossible. They got to give us all of them. The nuts thing is he comes with a sword, and the rest of them come with guns. So I'm wondering if Swoop is smaller, will he come with the other accessories that they didn't come with?
He's still a Voyager, though. Or leader. Sorry.
Yeah, if he's still a leader class price, they'll probably throw the extra accessories in there.
What do you think about extra accessories like blast
Here's
effects and
hoping.
such, or what?
No, I'm thinking they're going to have Grimlock's sword, the first 3 swords, and Snarl's gun, and he's going to come with his missiles and a sword.
Okay.
I mean, look at that ankle rocker. That's really deep.
We're buying it. I don't even know.
But no human accessories.
Oh yeah, it's given. I mean, this is probably these Dinobots are probably the best of the Studio series done. Period.
They're the best Dinobots we ever got.
True.
That's for sure.
It doesn't look like he has the hollowness in the
Definitely
back like Slag did.
Right. It doesn't look like he's hollow at all in either mode, which is amazing.
Yeah.
What I also find kind of crazy and cool is, I mean, there is no retooling on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
They can't.
You can't. I mean, that's with everything else that's been coming out. There's been some kind of retool, some kind of reuse. I mean, for crying out loud, with the Metal Hawk being the retooling the Cyclonus, it's like, what can they retool this with? The closest I could have thought of is possibly Grimlock, if they didn't do the the HasLab Deathsaurus is maybe Grimlock could have been Deathsaurus, you know. But the rest of these, this is the mold. This is it. This is the use for it.
Yeah, I think all the leader class budget has probably gone into them. Because on Legacy and the War for Cybertron trilogy, they've been re-releasing the same molds over and over again in every line. And Laser Optimus is a partial on the other Optimus, Earthrise Optimus.
Mm-hmm. So,
and I guess they're waiting to figure out what to do with them.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, like I mentioned the Grimlock of the potential Deathsaurus. I mean, what else do you think they could do with these molds or even these parts, retooling them?
Generation 2 repaints.
That's okay. There you go.
And then cartoon accurate repaints. All the repaints that the third party's been doing. Super duper chrome vac repaints.
And then they'll do Shattered Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got this. The mainline version of the Rise of Beast Prime. So we are getting multiple versions of the same aesthetic coming out almost all simultaneously.
But I'm wondering if they release this in Studio Series, will it be a whole different figure? Or will it just be this guy just painted different?
This thing looks bad. It's all gray plastic. Compared to the previous two Voyager class, it's like not even close. I don't understand what they were thinking.
I think it's good articulation wise, but they definitely since it's still full on Voyager class price point, I think they should have painted it because it's smaller than a Voyager. It's smaller than our current Voyagers.
Or at the very least, make it colored plastic.
Like right there.
I mean,
like
look at these comparisons right here.
The fact that it's smaller than Earthrise Leader Class, which is basically Voyager, like they should have put some paint on that thing. I'm sorry.
I mean, this was not a large figure by far.
No.
This was. I mean, that's got a lot of panel lining on it too. I mean, whoever got this one, they did some work on it. I don't even remember this one coming out.
Yeah, that's the Bumblebee movie one.
Yeah.
That's old.
But I mean, look how. This right here is the size of. I mean.
Probably iron.
I'm curious how that. I'm curious how that figure compares to Studio Series, the first Studio Series Bumblebee or Jazz. Like, that's how small I think this is. This is going to be ridiculous.
I don't think it's that small. It looks like it's probably the same height as Earthrise, Hoist, and Grapple.
I mean, look at these. This is ugly.
Yeah.
This is ugly. I mean, no panels to hide anything here.
No, I understand putting your watermark on it, but Jesus, come on.
Yeah.
They could have put it somewhere else smaller.
I mean, they put a trailer hitch on here, and look, this isn't even that compatible with it. Yeah.
I don't know. It looks to me.
It?
Overall, it looks good, but I wish it had more paint. And that's it, basically.
Well, for the price, I don't think so.
We're getting this. We're getting the Studio Series, and they're doing the kids line. So they're doing like 3 versions of this. Here's our Rhinox, who
I think they considered it the kids line.
Well, but this is like the Kingdom packaging, with all the art and everything back here.
This is an adult line?
I think this is what's considered to be the kids line. because they couldn't talk about it on that live stream because they said it was a kids line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's just got. I think they're kids. This one still has that basic articulation. The kids line was like the ones that had like the armor animals that folded over it.
No, this is
So-
still considered mainline kids for whatever reason, because it's not studio series or legacy.
right.
I mean, the
But
detail of these
they're
are
still
bad.
designing. I mean, it's still designed the same exact way, so I don't know why they're separating. I don't think because these got pushed back or something, they weren't supposed to be on the shelf at the same time as some other stuff or something going on. These are a step up from the Earth Spark stuff, so it's not that type of kid line
Oh.
stuff, but they still consider it the kid
Right.
line, if that makes any sense.
I mean,
It's on par
the
with
detail's
what
interesting. I like the faux chains here and all. It kind of gives them some stature. But
I'm probably gonna skip
I,
that.
I'm very curious. I'm very curious how they're going to justify cyber. Jesus, he's got a flat ass.
That looks terrible.
I mean, you compare that to the regular Rhinox, man. No, you know what I mean. I mean, look at that. That's like animal. Ah, we give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're mostly mechanical in the movie, though.
And I'd like to know how you justify that. You know, I mean, the Beast Wars, they had a reason for their organic form.
This is the movie. It's not even going to be explained.
No, it's a whole new.
No, it's probably not.
No, they've said it's a whole new storyline. They're changing, so it's not.
Yeah, I mean, they're mostly like trans metal.
Yeah, this isn't the
How
little
they
bit
were-
line. You can see it's
Their animal modes were mostly metallic with a little bit hint of organic.
I like the I at least like the idea of putting the gap in the beast mode.
If you buy it, enjoy it. I'll pass.
Yeah, I'm probably skipping that.
Next.
If I find Optimus for a good price, I'll probably pick it up. But he's Optimus, so people are going to be buying it.
All right. This is actually Studio Series.
So here's our studio series. Not much on there, but there's our studio series Bumblebee.
Yeah.
There's our Cheetor. Cheetor doesn't look too bad, actually. And there's our boxes.
Well, Larkin's here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 3 different lines, 3 different price points. It's going to kill our collectors. We've got some exclusive items for 2023. Generation Selects TriggerCon Windsweeper. That should be kind of cool. Kind of, try to figure out what Windsweeper might be a needle nose repaint. Antagony. That's definitely going to be there's Antagony right there. That's going to be an Inferno repaint. Antagony was actually in the IDW Beast Wars comic, and way back when was a BotCon exclusive character. Then Trans Selects Deluxe G1 Headmaster. That should be interesting. And Medics and a Jungle Mission pack. Medics might be another Headmaster Junior repaint. So, and then finally, if you got this, is Womack in the chat? Because this one's for him. Go ahead and order 3.
You didn't mention the Blue Guardian.
The Blue Guard, was that in there? Yeah. So, yes. So we are going to get. There's no pictures on there, but we're going to get a blue and white Omega Supreme repaint.
Yay!
Thank you.
It. I want it.
This is why we keep you here, Sony. You keep me honest. Anyone going to cough up the cash for this?
What's the price? You know?
Considering these aren't these aren't the models, correct? The Kurokurari?
Yes, those are not the models.
Then that's going to be at least $300.
Yeah, that's tough. Getting announced any day.
But it's interesting.
2 days. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, the price gets announced.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually. I mean, before they had Star Saber, Victory Leo, they had Prime, Tarn. So this is like our first kind of I don't say side character, if that makes sense. Not like a highlight guy. It's definitely an interesting approach on him, but I'd buy the model.
So I have somebody sending this.
Finally,
What'd you say?
I have somebody sending this for review, so I get to at least look at it before I actually buy one.
I'm jealous on them.
I'm excited to look at it.
And then to break some hearts, X-Transbot's blades.
Why is that breaking hearts?
After he snaps in your hand.
Just a couple flaps to flip, it's all good.
It's a very nice design, but I got worries.
Would you rather say he leaves you weak in the knees?
I mean, it looks beautiful. The sculpt is beautiful.
They always do.
Sculpt
I
is beautiful.
cannot make myself care.
I mean, I already went down the MMC path, so this doesn't matter to me, but it does look good.
I want to see that in the G2 mode. So, I'm in.
You can get you can have the toy accurate blades with the wheels on it. Let's see MMC do that. It looks like the gun tabs into his hand. I was being facetious, by the way.
Ryan's excited for it. So there you go. Yeah, at least one person.
At least they completed
Who's
the
excited?
combiner. I'm just saying. Brian is.
You got it.
Got it right there. Sorry, what did you say about the combiner?
Never mind, it's not worth repeating.
No problem.
Aren't we still waiting for?
Let's get at it.
Wait, would you say
We're still waiting
something?
for.
We're still waiting for first aid from X-Transbots as well, yes.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be out by the end of last year, and it never happened. So.
Now let's talk about this is one. Okay, getting out of the robots. We're now getting to action figure realm. I have been waiting for this. I have been following this project since it was announced. Before we just saw the figures of Fei Long, Ryu. I know they also had Chun-Li. I can't remember if they had a fourth one or not off the top of my head. T-Man, do you remember?
Those are the only 3 I remember. And Fei Long,
my big question my big question every time I saw these are they going to have effect parts? And they finally answered it. And that's a yes. And that makes me very happy. Pre-orders for these are on Big Bad Toy Store right now. They're going for about $25, which I think is on average with our domestic price. These are basically your test shots, but
looking at their
I think
packaging
I
and
can
what they come with, I think that's worth it.
Oh, I mean, you can see here we've got butterfly joints. We've got look at this bend right here. We'll get to the as we can see here, we've got our effect and on the stand. I love that. The packaging itself. This is beautiful packaging. We got the figure. We get an alternate head. We get 2 hands, and we get an effect. T-Man, can you ask for more, really, T-Man?
Nope. You can.
I'm singling
But I
him
got
out
an
because he
extra
reviews
hand,
more of
so
these than I do.
Yeah, that's good enough. An extra head, extra hand, and effects pieces.
A little bit of echo going on.
Butterfly joints.
I'm just...
They do look kind of waxy.
My only thing is... Yes. Well, these are test shots. So, I love this. My big thing, of course, is I've not handled any of the Jada toys. I know Robo has reviewed their version of the Universal Monsters. He seems to like them. These are all pinless as well.
They got the ball at the base of the neck, so they look like they'll be good.
And they got the ball joint torso too.
And as long as they're showing them in there like signature poses.
Yeah,
So
if he can hold this pose unassisted, that's going to be an absolute win for me.
With enough practice.
I'm not Jay Hernandez,
patience
so
on that.
that guy can balance. That guy can balance.
Yeah, looking at
anything.
this packaging, I'm shocked that these are $25, but
Yeah.
I'm comparing everything to Hasbro, and Hasbro is just greedy.
Yeah,
Well,
the fact that it comes with this, the fact that it comes with a stand and you have the blast effect or the the fireball, not just the fireball, but you can put it on the stand. That's amazing for $25.
Exactly. Again,
I mean,
really the ankle pivot right here.
If they want it, that's like pretty much the same amount of accessories in Power Rangers. Like you take one of these things out, like take our sword out and make that a display stand for a blast effect.
Mm-hmm. He does not have drop down hips. I can see that right here. That's just a straight T joint right there.
It's looking like he doesn't need it because he can still do the. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. The spin kick.
But Ken. I think they also had Ken on there as a 4th figure. So Ken is supposed to be coming out. So if they've got these 2 coming out, Chun-Li and Ken will probably be coming out. I find it interesting they put Fei Long as the initial. I'm very pleasantly surprised. I think he's a very underrated Street Fighter character. I used him all the time in Alpha 3. So I hope they do more of a deep dive into the Street Fighter roster because I was going all in on the figure arts at the time. I've been doing very well with Storm collectibles. But if I can get an affordable, deep Street Fighter cast, this will be... I will be clearing out a shelf just for these guys.
Well, make sure you keep buying them.
I plan to. Are you still doing 3.75?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Only random.
Funko is doing Overwatch on that scale.
Wow. So they went Funko.
Weird.
They're
Well,
desperate.
first of all, here's the interesting thing. They're going. Well, yeah, but I mean, first of all, they're going 8+, which usually this scale is for younger kids. But again, you got 4 hands. Like the Reaper here. This is what Hasbro should have done. When Hasbro first released their Overwatch characters, they did a really weird Reaper skin.
Yeah, you're gonna have to click on these. I didn't even know about these.
Articulated.
Yes, I'm pulling it
I
up right
assume?
now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that looks
Does
good.
not look like he at least. It looks good, but I do not bet. I bet he does not have an app crunch, just because. Look, there's the waist pivot right there.
So, yesterday I opened my first Funko Pop. I had never actually opened a box and handled it. And I went to articulate the arms. The arms didn't move.
Oh
And
boy.
then I went to articulate the legs didn't move. The only thing that moved was the head. I was like, oh, that's why
You're lucky the head moved.
the head rotates. That's it.
Normally they're just static.
All single. Yeah, all single joints here. So.
Yeah, I can't tell because it looks like she has another knee joint on that left leg.
Is this Funko's first entry into articulated figures?
No.
What do they make?
No, they
Several.
did 2 other lines. They did a Magic the Gathering line, and then they also did some comic book characters. The weirdest thing for their they were 6-inch scales, and they had transparent plastic on the joints. It was
Yeah.
the weirdest thing.
Did they do Mass Effect? One of their lines
I don't know.
I bought. They were 6-inch figures, and like you said, they had transparent joints, and both figures I bought broke straight out of package. Like they look.
They did figures
odd.
about Evolution. I think it was Evolution.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
I mean, the more I look at this, though, I'm going to say this is, again, single joints on here. There's not a lot of articulation. So maybe if I see him in a clearance bin.
I think they're probably supposed to be like the Fortnite little figures. Because Jazzware is still making money off of those. But those at least have double jointed knees.
Yeah.
And they have
Yeah.
torso articulation.
If Matt was here, he'd probably be a little more into this one. But
I think his one
more
complaint
Mezco,
was
Rumble
the price.
Society.
He was complaining about the price. That's about that. I think his one complaint is the price.
Yeah, well, that's Mezco. They're expensive. But it's the Rumble Society. I mean, this looks pretty damn cool. You got the hair swap. Using a lot of their same stuff. It's kind of like that British hoodlum look to it, which I think is kind of neat.
Is that Bluto?
It might. I don't know if it's Bluto, but it's probably a figure coming out then. Another Rumble Society guy.
That's what I was confused
I like
on. I was like, is that a new guy or Bluto? And they just snuck him in.
I think.
I mean, it definitely looks cool.
I think it's a new guy.
If you want somebody from that 1930s aesthetic or whatever, it looks cool.
We'll get out of that because none of us are getting deeply vested into that. Hasbro.
Kang is
We
bought
got
on
the
site.
quantum figures.
I said Kang is bought on site. Actually, already pre-ordered him,
This looks-
man.
This
In
actually,
the water.
the Paul
Working on
Rudd looks
pre-order.
pretty good here. This is probably the best. This is probably the best Paul Rudd face they've come out with. So
Yeah, no smirk this time.
What I don't like about it's
you know,
still a
technically-
render. The real figure might look even better than that, to be honest.
well, I hope that head doesn't look that big on that figure.
You'll notice when they do renders, the actual head looks better when you get the real figure.
It is all pinless though. Technically, remember, when you buy an Ant-Man figure, it is technically a 1-to-1 scale figure. And then the Build-A-Figure is his daughter. No.
No Build-A-Figure piece
and
of
the
him.
Build-A-Figure is his daughter. Yeah. So
I feel like
she is in the comics, but that's kind of a toilet.
This is my opinion on the. I think it's a waste of time to make the giant versions Build-A-Figure because they're not tall enough. She should have been a separate 14-inch, $50 action figure.
But I mean, this actually really is, though, a spoiler for the movie.
Yeah, because they didn't show her being tall in any preview.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now we know that she is going to do that. This looks like a piece of crap figure, to be honest. Future Ant-Man, I have no qualms about, but I think this looks absolutely stupid. But it does have the butterfly joints, at least. But ugh, those pin joints.
Yeah.
As I said, Kang looks great.
Yeah, I pre-ordered him immediately. Him and the Wasp.
Shiny.
So where could they pre-order him from, T-Man?
Amazon. Every video I ever put up has a link to Amazon, and I have a Marvel Legends section. I have all of them already listed, plus anything else you've already missed.
Very cool.
Yeah, Crossfire is basically a D-list Marvel character who's a sniper. He fought Hawkeye in the comics.
I have to, he looks like an evil Lifeline from G.I. Joe.
And this is basically your Bucky Cap reuse. So he's right up there. If you're a Marvel Legend collector, you can put.
He's that cosmic Spidey mold that I hate, which is basically the new, like you said, the new Bucky Cap.
But you can put this next to your Spy Master and your Blizzard figure.
This movie looks awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Egghead, this is actually an Ant-Man villain from the comics. I kind of dig this, and you get a nice suited body. So I would say one, if you want another nice obscure Marvel character, or another good Kit Bash body.
Yep.
Or you could just make him some random guy on a G.I. Joe, a Cobra's team.
That would actually be very cool for that. And that's a great face sculpt on her.
Yes.
But I think it's the same mold as the last one though.
It looks like there's some updates to the outfit.
Here, I got the. If you want to big at me for a second, I got that mold here.
Oh, wait a minute. Is she single jointed elbows? Come on.
Yes, she's got
It's definitely
elbows.
different. It's definitely different.
So, but,
Yeah, it's different.
Are her legs pinned or pinless on that?
pinned.
Okay, I think on. Yeah, they're pinless here.
Cool.
I like her face, but I think I'm about to cancel my pre-order.
And that is the same wing backpack though.
Mm.
Oh, and then Ultron here.
Well, cash grab.
They changed the head, but that is the same Ultron from before.
Oh.
Just slight different face. Slightly changed the head sculpt. And
I don't have an Ultron.
I don't
really.
It's gonna make me buy one.
Well, it's a classic. I like the fact it has the Kirby crackle that you put in his mouth for his weapon effect. Whoever poses though was stupid as hell because that's supposed to go in his mouth, not to be held in his hand.
Well, you know what? Because of that, Dave, that person's now gone. Thanks.
They might be.
Probably, I wasn't going to get into this. I wasn't going to get into that. Actually, that guy probably kept his job.
It's weird that they gave him
They all
two
trying to-
grippy decks.
So Dave, not only are your volume low, but you're like a few seconds behind us. So you're just not quite in sync.
Okay. Sorry, I'm more of a Backstreet Boy than anyway.
Look, his crotch looks like Tidy Whitey's.
Yeah.
It's silver.
This is a retool or repaint.
I think it's a repaint.
It's pretty much a straight. It's a repaint with a new head mold.
That looks good.
Now,
Good head sculpt.
this has my interest. This has my interest.
Why did they wait so long to make this weight? It's like these. I mean, obviously, Joker. Everyone's gonna want these. I don't understand.
Because they needed to make the money from all the other stuff first.
This is a
Honestly,
no-brainer.
probably because they didn't think the line was going to go so well. I mean,
McFarlane?
this guy, he's a Build-A-Figure. Bane is the Build-A-Figure for it all.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it is? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
So Bane, Batman,
Hello,
Joker.
Jedi.
Joker's awesome.
This is bought on site. This is absolutely bought on site.
You have a face close-up in there somewhere? Oh, nice. Yeah.
I can pinch and zoom my screen on the phone.
Nice.
Oh, the eyes look really good.
Yeah.
They've been using digital print as well recently, quietly on certain characters.
But
Because I know the
he's still
Shazam
using pin
did.
joints. He's still doing pin joints, but they're colored really well. If you look here, yeah.
The only non-pin one I can think of is the Gene Stealer.
Wait, what was his accessories? They don't show yet?
I didn't see any accessories for him
Oh, okay.
Probably the
because I don't know what.
Build-A-Figure.
Maybe they might be able to give him a dagger because they can't let him have guns. And he used a whole lot of guns and rocket launchers and stuff. Now
They're still doing that?
Yep.
Yep.
Warner Brothers.
That was
This
Pretty
was
good, huh?
shown on display. It was, but they blatantly
Wow.
said this is not scheduled for release yet. But holy shit,
That looks gorgeous.
wow.
that looks good.
I'm something of an action figure myself.
Oh, wow. That's going to be expensive.
They totally canceled the face on Andrew Garfield one, which makes me sad.
Yep.
That goblin's going to be like $150 at least.
If he comes out, that's the thing.
What do you mean?
He was not scheduled for release.
He's not approved
And
yet.
Tamashii Nation,
Um,
and they are unfortunately they are notorious for showing stuff without actually soliciting them.
that
Sometimes they'll
sucks.
be like, "Hey, we made this for the sake of making it." There's a whole
happened
lot of
with their
Star Wars
Shredder.
stuff.
They showed their
Shredder.
shredder. And that was beautiful. It never came out.
The Andrew Garfield face that we're not getting anymore.
Princess Amidala from the Star Wars line.
I thought I'm thinking about the Hot Toys. The Hot Toys makes me want to get the Hot Toys. That's a hot toy.
Now there's something that wasn't on the docket, but something that has been catching my eye. I didn't know if you guys were familiar with. It's up right now. something I kind of want. I'm not sure if our viewers are aware of, but tonight at midnight, coming up tomorrow, or starting tomorrow, there is going to be a new Kickstarter for another 6-inch line. Now, I am not into Mythic Legions. That stuff started. I missed that boat. I did not get into the Cosmic Legions because, again, when they came out, I was at a time I didn't have the money because I was doing the house stuff.
2 Cosmic Legions paid for.
And one day they'll show up. I hear. No.
Yeah. At the Chinese New Year. Is that over yet?
Yeah, it was over on the 5th.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
So check this. Have you guys been following this line at all? The Savage Crucible.
No.
This is a fantasy theme. This is a fantasy themed 6-inch line. So I'm definitely not. I don't think I'd be all in on these, but some definitely look awesome.
Brand new company.
They're basing stuff off. Brand new. They've been showing their stuff now for about a year. I've been following it on Instagram.
This is
so
different
if you like the demonic stuff.
What BBTS is showing.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many crowdfunded or started this way companies that haven't made it. That it's not. I mean, who's gonna take a chance on losing their money?
This is definitely Thundercat inspired.
That looks great. But
it's more sword and sorcery, like Conan inspired. I mean, they've got projects. They've got stuff already up to wave 3 lined up. I saw a really neat one with their size comparison. Yeah, this was pretty cool.
Why put up wave 3 when you haven't released wave 1? You know?
Well, they're showing that they've got a direction with the company. So I find that kind of comforting. Like this figure, this one right here, the Jaeger, this one I am probably gonna get.
That one that was standing beside the Red Ranger looks like the alien that Captain Kirk was fighting.
Oh, the
Gorn, yeah.
So,
but they've got the barbarians. So just if you like that sword and sorcery, I just thought this would be something that's kind of cool coming out. There we go. This was what. Hope I don't get flagged. But this guy here is showing off the articulation. You can see he can hold a two-handed sword grip. So
those look awesome. That's the people that want them.
There you go. I don't know. I thought some people here might be interested in that.
Oh man,
they're kind of cool looking.
Somebody's gonna quote me. I'll be just saying that stuff, and then somebody always quotes in the comments.
So speaking of Kickstarter, so they have that, and then there's a line that Kato's been talking about on his channel. It's the Animal Kingdom line or something?
Yes.
It looks like a mashup between Thundercats and Conan kind of thing.
The Animal Kingdom Warriors?
Dragonborn? That's what Lance is saying.
No, Animal Warriors, the Kingdom Wave.
Yes.
Yes, Kato's, and actually they are actually on Big Bad Toy Store as well. So we'll probably wrap up with this one here, but it's kind of what you were talking about, Sony.
No.
About so many coming out.
Yeah, but
this is the entire wave,
right? This is a reality. It's already, it's solicited. So I'm fine with this, but like when it's crowdfunded and you have no history of anything, like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not buying any of them.
So what's that other line they have on there, Dave? The movie monster line that's exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store?
That's Big Bad's. Yeah, Big Bad's doing that.
Yeah.
Plus, they got other stuff like that. Weird Mario Brother figures where they look like real people.
Are these funded by BBTS?
That's Evil Force. Yeah, Big Bad Workshop, Fresh Monkey Fiction. This is specifically exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. How much? Well, since I got you guys here, this is kind of, and we kind of made the joke earlier about, oh, don't worry, that guy at Hasbro's been sacked. Like, I know for a fact that Mike and I, we watched the 3POA podcast with Bobby Valla. A lot of these companies, you hear all these people who are been let go from Hasbro. They're sculptors. They are now losing talent like sculptors, designers, and it's interesting because it's intermittently happening. Just for the sake of Hasbro making money for making their percentages. It's not even making a profit. They're making a profit if they want to make a certain percentage of profit now. And of course, we've mentioned how this is affecting us in our hobby, like the $35 Spider-Man that's not coming out with a lot of accessories and all. But it's companies like these, the Savage Crucible, the Action Force, the Big Bad Toy Store line, and we're now getting these figures that are $28 to $40 each, though, that are getting the multiple heads, the accessories and all. Do you think that's going to become the market for us collectors now, since we have the disposable income, not for kids? They're actually basically making action figures for grown-up adults. I'm not talking about adult toys here.
We're being forced
you and
into
your
it.
Stand.
So we're being forced into it because the prices are steadily going up, and they're doing things to make figures more deluxe than they used to be. Like some of the stuff, I can feel the value and whatnot, but since we're so used to paying a certain amount with Hasbro, that's the problem. Like if this would have been a deluxe, I would have just accepted it, but I'm happy that they released this as a regular retail figure.
Well, it's kind of a like Sony was saying before, it's a risk because the nostalgia for all the figure lines that we're seeing right now, we're getting older, we're going to be phasing out. Marvel's gonna go for so long. I mean, they're on what? MCU's been around 13 years now, give or take. So, but that's going to be going so it can only go so long. So, I mean, if it's the creativity and design to try something new, the biggest challenge these companies are going to face, besides funding and dealing with increasing material costs, is just going to be finding that audience to start out with that's going to take that risk.
Yeah.
And
I think they probably have like 10 or so more years with us. And then they're going to start just releasing shampoo bottle versions of these that don't have any articulation. And no kid is going to care. Or maybe kids aren't going to care that they don't have the articulation because we're all dead.
I mean, the 3POA podcast, okay, they had a Hasbro guy on last night, and it was a total train wreck. I'm sorry, it was not. I thought it was going to be one thing, and it was not that.
Yeah.
I gleaned one little very interesting piece of information from all that. And I'm telling you right now, don't watch it. Don't rewatch it. It was, as I said, it was a train wreck. This one guy, I don't know if he was having.
I didn't think it was going to be live. I thought it was something organized and pre-recorded, and they were just going to do it as a premiere. When I saw it was live and it wasn't structured, I was like, ugh.
I think they had a structure, but the guy that they were with didn't have any mental structure. But he said one thing, though, that I think boiled everything down to Hasbro. and that was one of the guys. They were complaining about your target audience, and the guy, he was saying his boss said, "I don't care who buys the product, as long as the product is bought, whether it be collectors, whether it be grandma, whether it be whatever." Now, as a corporation, as someone, I am a vendor. I am in retail sales. My goal is to get my product into somebody's hands and make sure I get money for it, and that's the end all of it all. And I get that from Hasbro, but at the same time now, I mean, like these Jada Toys figure. I'm thinking companies like Jada Toys, Mattel having a slight resurgence. Playmates, I think, for example, is absolutely missing an opportunity of bringing out new product.
This sounds like a good discussion for Monday.
That's the thing. So I'm not going to be, guys, it's after 10 o'clock. I know some of us have got work tomorrow. I want to keep, for those of you who are watching, I want you guys to hit that notification bell tonight. I know if you're new here, of course, hit that subscribe button, but hit that notification. I'm working on a slight side project I want to do with the Figure Action Group. And it's going to be, we're going to try to do it. I want to try to do it on either Monday or Wednesday. It's not going to be a regular thing, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, where this is just going to be this. We're going to present a discussion. We're not going to be burnt out from news. And we're not even going to be talking about hauls or anything. We're just going to talk about toys. It's something that I'm going to try to give everybody a week's notice for. So that way you guys in the audience can prepare your own questions for that topic. And we'll be throwing that at us as well. This is something I've been kind of. This is going to be my passion project from me to you guys. It's not going to be the entire Figure Action crew because it's going to be, again, not random, but select day. I might have one or two guys here. I might try to bring in somebody outside as well, whether it be Kato. I want to try to talk to some of the other collectors on there. And Jay, in a way, that's exactly that. It's going to be kind of like a B-side. I haven't told you guys the name yet. Are you guys ready for the name? My original marketing name? I call it Figure Reaction. Because honestly, that's exactly what this is going to be. We're going to have a topic. I'll give you guys the general idea of this, and then we're literally just going to grab a drink and talk. So, I wish Matt was here. It's my birthday gift. And you guys here in the chat, please hit that notification bell. And if we come to a topic that you guys are interested in, let us know. You guys can message me on Trustarscreamer on Twitter, on Instagram, and we'll come up with some fun stuff. But that being said, I really want to thank these gentlemen here. It's Thursday night. It's in the middle of the work week. We all have our lives on here, and I appreciate having them here. So I don't take you guys for granted. I don't take you guys in the chat for granted.
We love your chat, people. I've been reading stuff on the side on my TV. That's where I'm always looking at.
So. Give him 5. Is that good?
There you go. He's actually, when we go off screen, we can't. He's actually rubbing my palm in kind of a seductive manner. But there you go. Thank you guys in the chat room. We appreciate you all. Sony, T-Man, Mike, tell us where you're at.
They know.
I'm on YouTube sometimes when I feel like uploading. And Instagram.
Seriously, check this, guys. Give this guy some more views here, guys.
This guy needs to give people something to look at so they can view. So working on it.
Pull down that zipper.
Your G.I. Joe videos are doing really well, though.
Yeah. Someone actually messaged me the other day, and they're like, "We like your action figure video, but you seem like a Transformer guy. So what's your point? What's your view?" And I was like, "That's a fantastic question.
I think you should get your lane.
Yes.
I like Hasbro.
No, this man.
Hasbro related stuff. G.I. Joe and Transformers.
But,
All right, man.
so, again, thank you very much, you guys in the chat. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next week. Again, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. We are the Figure Action Podcast, and you guys all have a phenomenal night and a phenomenal week. Till next time, peace.
Yes, Princeton. As soon as they stop making stuff that I like, I will stop simping.